Thank you so much for staying with us on FTHP. Now, before you take that big step to buy a home to live in, open your email and drop us your details. We'll make sure you get the top choices in any market in your budget. Backed with demand and supply data, location ratings, project credentials. Now, what more do you need? Let's take this question. Tech capital, Bengaluru. Jimmy John is looking for a 2 or 3 BHK home within a budget of 75 to 90 lakh rupees. He wants an area with good facilities. So, Sameer Jasuja, essentially he wants a location with good livability index. Go ahead, tell us where can we fit him in?
One of our favorite affordable and mid-markets happen to be Whitefield, Manisha. This is a micro-market which hasn't appreciated too much because of the adequate supply, because of the fact that the end users are very happy over here, very close to the employment generation IT parks, great social infrastructure there. That's why it enjoys a rating of 7. And this area will continue to do well, although may not appreciate too much, but still remains a favorite for end users. We call this market an adequately supplied market. As I mentioned, even ready to move in stock has about 3,200 odd units. So a lot of choices to make over there. As we all know, most of the buyers in Bangalore are end users. They buy projects when they are almost ready. That's why almost all the time, you have a ready stock available with the developer, which is the situation here as well. We've got 3 recommendations for you. MGR Pearl by MGR Builders. This is a property which is getting ready this year itself. It's available directly with the developer, and that's the best part. Moving into a brand new property where you don't have to take any risks is probably the best time to buy a property, and it also adds some appreciation over the next 2 years, because as and when the complex gets fully occupied, there is bound to be some appreciation. Parimala Riviera by Vishnu Priya Group is the second recommendation. It's slightly higher in terms of price points, but again, project is getting ready this year, available with the developer. And lastly, we have Urban Forest. This project is going to take a little bit more time. It will be ready by 2018. It's more expensive as well because the amenities over here are much better. And this project is also available from the developer, but all 3 projects are fitting into your budget. That's the good part.
All right, so Jimmy, MGR Pearl by MGR Builders, first on the list, Parimala Riviera. There's also Vishnu Priya Group by Urban Forest, or Vishnu Priya Group is the second project. Urban Forest by Alembic Real Estate, pardon me, is your third pick. Sameer, really, if I look at the Bengaluru market, every time we do the show, we hear of new developers. What's going on? I mean, these are some of the names of developers I've not heard before at all.
Manisha, that happens to be one micro market that has, not gone down like the other micro markets. There's always demand there because it's end user driven. Still a lot of IT jobs getting created over there with new demand in commercial space getting occupied. And this last 2 years have been the best years for commercial, which has led to a lot of demand for Bangalore as a city. Because mostly IT professionals are buying real estate in today's market.
Okay. All right. Manish Kumar's email. He wants to buy a house in Motera area of Ahmedabad. He has a budget of 85 to 90 lakhs. So this is close to the airport, isn't it, Sameer?
Yes, Manisha, it's got a great social infrastructure as well. There's a cricket stadium in this micro market, besides a lot of good engineering colleges, including the temporary campus of IIT Ahmedabad, happens to be in this micro market. And the InfoCity, which is the key employment generator and growth driver for Ahmedabad, is also not very far away, only 10 to 15 minutes by car. And this market is undersupplied because of, we're talking about ready to move in projects as such. And the infrastructure is so good that we've given it a rating of 7.5. Although all of us can completely agree that Gujarat actually enjoys one of the best social infrastructures in the whole country in terms of cities. The recommendation that we are giving you are 2, and you had shortlisted 1 project, and we can definitely say you can go ahead with this project. That's the Kalirit Towers by Navpad Buildcon in Motera region. This project is available in the resale market, and surprisingly it's getting ready in 2018. So one of the very few projects that have got sold off before getting ready in Ahmedabad. Typically that market also behaves like the Bangalore market. Sham Serenity by Sham Developers is the second recommendation. It's a much cheaper project and it's been ready for 3 years. available in the resale market. And lastly, we have Sharan Sapphire by Rush Wave Infrastructure. This is also a project that is about 15% cheaper than the choice that you had made. Ready in 2016. It's available directly with the builder. So these two choices you can make if you want to look at ready to move in options. Yes, Motera is a good location, undersupplied as far as ready to move in stock is also concerned.
Okay, glad to hear that Motera is going to get an IIT, or Ahmedabad is actually going to get an IIT soon. Here are the projects recommended by Prop Equity for Ahmedabad Motera, a location which gets a high rating of 7.5 on livability. The first two of these projects are available in the resale market, and last one is available from the developer. So there's Kalatheet Towers by Navpad Buildcon, there's Shyam Serenity by Shyam Developer, and Sharan Sapphire by Rishabh Dev Infrastructure. Okay, from Gujarat to Rajasthan, that's not far away. We are talking about Jaipur now. Supriyo Dhali has emailed that he has shortlisted a project called Anukampa Platina in the Mansarovar extension area and is asking us to rate his pick. His budget is 45 lakh rupees. This is a good builder there, isn't it?
Yes, Manisha, let's talk about the region a little bit first. This is affordable micro market, very close to two very good micro markets, which is Vaishali Nagar and Mansarovar, which are trading at much higher weighted average prices. So this becomes the next best bet if you want to look at affordable options. The price variation between this micro market and Mansarovar, this is Mansarovar extension, and Mansarovar and Vaishali Nagar is upwards of 20–25%. So that way we like the market adequately supplied, rating of 6, because it enjoys the social infrastructure of Mansarovar and Vaishali Nagar as well. The project that you have shortlisted definitely gets a go ahead from our side. It's a ready project available in the resale market. The developer is reasonably good and it's very affordable. It's 3,200 to 3,500 rupees a square foot. So it's below the weighted average price of the market as well. Aroma is the second project, again Mangalam Group, one of the most reputed developers out of Jaipur, offering a project that has been ready, and still there is options available from the developer at 3,500 odd rupees a square foot. And lastly, we have Naman Residency by Vibrant Pink City Buildcon. This project is getting ready this year and about 10% cheaper than the weighted average price of the market, and it's available at about 41 lakhs, which is lower than your budget as well.
All right, Samir. So hopefully all of these projects will get re-rated, because, you know, Jaipur is in that race to complete its smart city tag. I mean, it's already started the work on it. So here are 3 projects recommended by Prop Equity, actually 2 recommended by Prop Equity and 1 given a go-ahead. So Platina by Anukampa Builders gets a go-ahead, Aroma by Mangalam Group, and Naman Residency by Vibrant Pink City Buildcon are the 2 projects as well that you can buy. So entire Jaipur markets, I mean, tier 2 cities per se have moved up even less than tier 1 cities, isn't it, over the last 3 years? Or would you say that it's been equally slow?
Manisha, it has been slow. Really speaking, the interest of the investors is not really there in real estate markets, and that's also a big driving force in tier 2 markets. So yes, because the supply was limited and the focus of most of the developers was in tier 1 cities, they haven't got hit that badly, but nonetheless there has been hardly any appreciation in the tier 2 markets as well.
Okay. All right, so here's another different kind of query. Manish has sent us an email. He booked a flat in ATS project, Picturesque Reprieves in Sector 152 in Noida. Delivery date is 2020, pardon me. Now, Manish says he has heard that the project is not getting approved by the lender. SBI has not yet furnished details of payment of installments on land released. Well, concerned Manish wants to know whether the project will go ahead or should he get refund of his booking. So we reached out to the management of ATS because they have a pretty strong reputation in this market. And this is what we heard back from Gitambar Anand, CMD ATS Infrastructure. This project is in 4 phases and we've launched phase 1, which is RERA registered and has all the permissions. We should be commencing construction early next month and will deliver possession in 5 years. Funding is available from all banks for this particular project. So essentially, I think, Samir, most developers are now taking the safe route. I know that ATS delivers projects in 3.5 years maximum, but they've also gone ahead and given a 5-year completion date because no one wants to be on the wrong side of RERA, isn't it?
No, you're absolutely right. All developers are taking adequate precaution not to be caught with the RERA authorities and paying undue amount of penalties, and the penalties can also lead to imprisonment. They are now on cost of the project, so they can be in hundreds of crores as well. So nobody, I think, in the right mind will take any chance with the new projects going forward. The only thing that I'd like to say is there's so much ready availability in the market in Noida. Unless you're going in for a subvention scheme and there are financial challenges that you have while you're getting your possession, that's the only area where we recommend you to go in for under construction projects in the Noida region.
In the Noida, but I'm sure
just
though.
Keep that in mind.
Absolutely, but if he is going for an under construction project, I think then ATS is at least a good safe name to go with.
Yes,
well,
it is by far the best developer in the NCR region, and especially in Noida.
All right, Sameer Jasuja, thank you very much for joining us here to take all our questions which have come in. Well, we also have a real estate page dedicated to buyers and sellers on money control, so you can actually keep a close tab on all developments by logging on there. That's a wrap from us. Keep writing into us, and of course call us if you've got any questions. Thank you so much for joining us.